So in college, I was like full on atheist, and I had sort of, everything going in the sense that I had, the decent grades, I had a job lined up, and I had all these, what I didn't realize were like very fragile sources of joy in my life. Thankfully, though I was pursuing all these other things, I was actively speaking out against God to other people. He was gracious enough to put me in an office where I met Sarah. It was kind of through that, for the first time in my life, I met someone who had tangible evidence in their life that not only did God exist, but that He cared and that He could change lives. Thankfully, she said, "I don't want you going to church for me. If you go to church, it should be because you want to be there to learn about God and to worship Him." And it was really cool because God was just using that time to chip away at my heart and to show me that this view that I had was totally wrong. God saved me there, and we started dating shortly after that and got married maybe about a year and a half later.
My entire life, with God's provision, had people in my life who would tell me about how good God is and that He loved me. And I would always just walk away from them, and I'd think to myself, if they knew half of what I've done, or if they knew what I'm currently involved in, surely they wouldn't be telling me about this good God. It wasn't until I got to college and I couldn't leave campus, I couldn't drive home in a storm. So some friends of mine were like, "Oh, well, join us at B-Stud." And I was like, "Oh, B-Stud, like, okay, sure." Well, it turns out it's Bible study. And the leader was walking through John 4, the Samaritan woman at the well. It was then that I saw God as a gracious God who He does know all of what I've done and what I am doing.
It's really important to be involved in the local church because of the community. We live in a time that's sort of a blessing and a curse to have all these online resources where it's really tempting to just watch church online or something like that, or listen to podcasts, but that really can't replace being physically with a community of believers who can strengthen you and build you up, and who you can pour back into.
We were really looking for a church that was passionate about teaching God's Word and encouraging people to live out the Word. We really were drawn to, when we heard about the Equip You classes, we just thought, wow, that's exactly what we've been craving and looking for, and just want to be challenged to live out God's Word.
As soon as we walked through the doors of East Cooper, we just felt right at home. It was amazing to see the staff just instantly get to know us and genuinely care about us. It's been incredible to see the faithful men leading that church that care about my soul.